primary goal at that time was to determine who was in the building and who would have suffered this blood loss. We did receive information of some individuals that were in the building, and we began checking with the individuals to see if they were all right or if they had suffered some type of wound that would cause them to bleed. Barnes was one of the individuals that we were unable to locate.
What sort of suspects do you have at this time?
We have 3 individuals that we believe to be involved. We do have evidence definitely linking one individual to this, and the other 2 were at the location. What part they played in it as yet we haven't determined.
Was the prime suspect an employee of the company?
No, he was not.
Had he been?
Yes, at one time, shortly before this, he had worked for the company but had tendered his resignation.
Do you know what motive might be involved?
No, I don't.
Know where the suspect, your prime suspect, is now?
I knew where he was yesterday. We did talk to him long distance on the telephone. I hope his location today will be in Texas.
Steve Champeau told me some months ago before he retired that the city of Fort Worth had about 1,500 miles of streets, and I don't know how accurate that projection is, but the county has about 1,400 miles of road, and I feel that duplication of the equipment that it takes to maintain this type of operation and the number of people that it takes can a little bit, and I think that perhaps with your budget today, I know I for one have had the experience of working with the city and know your operation and I've had a fantastic cooperation from the city departments. I think we're willing maybe to step in at a rather rapid pace and contract with you.
Well, we have, I think, of all the clubs in the National Hockey League, we own more professionals than any club in the league. And I think they'll have a stronger club than last year. We drafted this year, knowing the Dallas team and their size, we've drafted some size, and we hope that we can have a tougher team, a bigger team, and a little more physical. And we know we have the talent. We have some real good hockey players down here. And I'm looking for a great season for the Fort Worth club.
Who do you look for in the CHL? Last year it was all Omaha.
Well, I think that Omaha probably got hurt as much as anybody. Dallas, of course, lost 3 good defensemen, or 2 good defensemen, and actually our club in Fort Worth, I think, is probably the one that got hurt the least of the bunch, so I think it's going to be a great race. Oklahoma City had 3 or 4 real good kids last year, and I think they'll be a strong club too. And I think it's going to be a tough league, really. I'm glad to see it go to 6 teams, and I think that they'll really have a strong, the whole division will be strong.
Great pleasure for me to have this privilege to be with you for the groundbreaking ceremony of the Lion Country Safari of Texas. It is often our honor, and I'll be there for some time, so I'll say it is a little bit warm here today. You know, my more than 20 years of public service and state government qualifies us to deal with facts. Number 10, at this time we'll be happy to reveal all these. Well, we did. We consulted with his assistants, and that's really him speaking. But he was working all the time that we were in trying to work it out, and he did work it out to his satisfaction.
But not to your satisfaction?
Well, I think there's a constitutional issue that hasn't been resolved, but we're, at the present time, we're not pushing this.
Governor, do you plan any further action?
No.
What kind of reaction have you had to all this?
It's been, I think, good and bad, but I would say more good than bad because prior to my TV program Sunday, wires were running about 3 to 1 against us, but now they've just made a complete 180-degree turn, you know. It gave us an opportunity, I think, to explain the situation with which we were confronted. It was a constitutional issue. Of course, that was my prime concern. You know, I took the oath of office to uphold our Constitution and the laws of our state. And there seemed to me to be a conflict here, and this hasn't been resolved, really.
How will it be resolved?
Well, I don't know how it'll be resolved.
Or the possibility.
This is to provide jobs for students that are interested in the option. They may come by room 401, secure an application, and we try to cross-match jobs with the students, depending on their needs and interests.
How many students do you expect will take advantage of this program?
We assume that there might be upwards of 3,000 students.
Where will your jobs be coming from?
We are presently working with the Chamber of Commerce, Texas Employment Commission, and other sources to provide these jobs for the students.